really awkward. And
Are you serious?
do you not like him?
No, you're just saying that his films aren't believable.
His films are
Mr.
terrible.
Nanny, come on, that's terrific. And that wasn't him, was it? That was Michael Keaton.
No, was that Michael Keaton? He had a terrible career for a while. Now it's back on track.
Keaton, yeah.
Yeah, but
Do you know that he was a stand-up?
yeah,
And apparently he was like a really amazing stand-up
was he?
when he first started out.
Wow.
He did it for like, a couple of years, and then he just did stop doing it and doesn't do it anymore at all. But yeah, I was listening to his manager was on some podcast and was just talking about how literally he was, if you ask a lot of people, a lot of peers the sort of same age and stuff that got to see him, he was just absolutely amazing, but he didn't like doing it. If you don't like doing something, you're not going to stick at it.
Good to see.
Yeah, Woody Allen didn't like doing stand-up either. He hated it, and that's why he stopped.
have you seen Creed?
No, not yet.
Are you a fan of Rocky? And stuff?
Yeah, love it.
You know, I was talking about this with Chris, how Stallone can go from being so bad and other things to being just great.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't get I can't think of any other actor that's that level of like shit to.
He's got parts that just suit him.
Yeah.
Like it's like Copland. He's incredible in Copland, but it's that kind of persona just suits him.
But yeah, he's famous for being an action movie star.
Yeah.
But you need to remember he's been playing that role for the last 40 years or whatever. So I mean, he knows how to get the best out of that role.
Yeah.
I really liked Rocky Balboa. That was
Yeah,
I thought it was
Good.
alright. I thought it was alright.
really
Yeah,
enjoyable film. So you're a film fan. Do you have a specific sort of genre or director that you really?
I'm largely obsessed with the film Jaws.
Oh
I
really?
think Jaws is the best film ever made.
Oh really?
I think it's perfect.
I was
Absolutely
watching Jaws
perfect.
recently, and someone there was a line, "That's some bad hat hair," and I was like, "That's where that comes from."
Yeah,
I had no
yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
I'd like to. It's quite interesting because the whole thing about Jaws obviously being that the shark didn't work, and that's obviously why it became a lot more suspenseful. I would love to have seen what it would have been like if it did work, because I think
Exactly.
It's on the deleted
completely
scenes, isn't it?
different
A shot
film.
of- a
Yeah.
shot of the shark.
Because I think that film, a lot of it is to do with luck. Because
Massively. Yeah. I think there's a lot. I imagine there'll be a lot of films that are like that have just
Star Wars, I
certain
think,
things have happened.
probably
yeah.
luck as well.
Yeah. But yeah, it would be interesting to see a Jaws cut where
The shark was in it.
they just used the shark as it was.
Yeah.
I think this is the latest scene when they use the shark, and it just looks like mechanical and like robotic.
Yeah, that's what I mean. No,
Yeah.
because you don't see the shark until he's chomping down on your man.
Yeah.
Like it's all this build up to. It's just shocking.
Yeah, it's
Whereas
like
if
George
you've seen
Lucas
it,
gets all these restrictions, and then he makes this great film, and then when he does
Well, the
Planet Menace, he's got it all, and he just fucks it.
well, that's it. He'd no one with like the later sort of prequels. He'd no one to tell him, no, we've
Yeah.
got a budget, we can't do that.
Yeah, exactly. Aye.
Yeah, and also what's iconic about Star Wars is the set design and the actual sort of character outlook, as opposed to the acting or the direction, which isn't great. To
It
be
doesn't
fair.
look well. I know Star Wars isn't real, but it doesn't look real when it's all digital. It needs to be like in the new one. There's a good mix of
Yeah,
the land
yeah.
and the sand. And
Yeah,
Did you like the new one?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it. Yeah.
I loved the ending. A
absolutely-
lot of people didn't like the ending.
I quite enjoyed it. Yeah, I absolutely loved it from both a film fan point of view and a Star Wars fan. Like just watching it, there was a couple of times where I was just kind of so excited.
Got
Yeah.
shivered down your
Just watching
spine.
it, yeah, it was amazing.
The opening music came on, just
Yeah.
so loud. I was like, "This is gonna
But
be it."
even the first trailer. I remember when I saw the first trailer and it just had that kind of, and then it went across the sand, and then it was just that fucking down Star Destroyer. And you're like, oh,
Come on.
yeah.
I don't know how anyone can walk out of that film and just be like, no, I've had a great time. If
Yeah.
you're looking for cynicism in the latest Star Wars film, then
Yeah.
have a word with yourself, do you know what I mean? The next ones, they've signed up Laura Dern
And Benicio del
and
Toro.
Benicio del Toro, so that'll be interesting.
That's weird because they're already well known. It seems a bit odd for them. Do you know what I mean?
No, Liam Neeson?
I suppose, yeah, but they're shit. Though.
Ewan McGregor?
They're shit though.
Aye, no.
What's happened to Ewan McGregor's career?
I don't actually know what
to
the
be-
last thing Ian McGregor
The last
was
two
in.
things he done were like he done this western, which was directed by Natalie Portman. It was like one of the biggest flops in America.
Oh, really?
Then last year he was in some film with Johnny Depp, which was like supposed to be awful.
Do you know what? I'll just bring up his. Speak amongst yourselves. His
I
IMDb.
was going to ask you what type of comedy do you not like hate seeing done badly?
Oh, what kind of comedy I hate seeing done
Do
badly?
you like surreal, dark, kind of?
I'm not a huge fan of serial comedy. I don't really like whimsy and stuff. I don't like comedy for a kind of I don't like comics that will just randomly say shit and hope that how crazy a thing they've said is going to be hilarious. That, that kind of Eddie Izzard type. Even though I like Eddie Izzard,
kind of thing.
yeah, I don't really get it, and I don't really find it. It's not clever. It's not. There's nothing. You might as well just fucking do a tombola and pick out different bizarre words and then just stick them together, and that's you.
Yeah,
created a routine.
Yeah, I'm watching your man from the Mighty Bush do stand up.
Yeah, Noel Fielding. Yeah, it's just I know it's just. I
don't know what's supposed to be funny about it.
No, it's
there's not a lot of interesting craft in that. I don't think, just as you say, it's just literally pull out some words and you know, these go together and because it goes with his look and stuff like that.
Yeah, and some people love it, absolutely love it.
Or do they love him? Because a lot of the time, I'll watch films. I'm a massive film fan as well, and I watch films with actors I like, but knowing that it's not good.
Right,
Do you know what I mean? Like, doesn't work. So
that's
I love Ben Affleck, so I've had to go for a lot.
Oh Jesus, me too.
And that phase he went through, with Jennifer Lopez when he's doing all those like terrible films, and like 6 or 7 like massive flops.
He's not a very good actor. He's not a bad actor, but he's not very good. I don't think you get better. I think you're good at it or you're not.
No, he seems to have grown.
He's a brilliant director.
The bank robber one he directed.
The Town.
Yeah, great in that.
Yeah, but he's a very, very good director, and I don't think he'll ever get the credit for it because he's Ben Affleck. Sadly, just with Ewan McGregor, I don't recognise any of these films.
The last one was Fishing with Yemen or something.
Yeah, that's right. Like that. Yeah, Jack the Giant Slayer. He was in that film Mordecai, the Johnny Depp one.
That's the one, the Johnny Depp one you were talking about.
Yeah. Jane Got a Gun.
That's the West Natalie Portman one.
I honestly have Nanny McPhee Returns. He was in the sequel to Nanny McPhee. Angels and Demons is the last one I can see that. Oh, the Men Who Stare at Goats. That was terrible.
I tried to get into that. I thought.
Yeah, and then I Love You, Philip Morris, which was okay. Right. And then it's just Cassandra Stream, but it's not done a lot.
Praying for Trainspotting 2.
Yeah,
supposedly it's happening.
Yeah.
It's in production just now. So
I can't wait to see Robert Carlyle as
Begbie again. Yeah.
I really want to see that one where he's a hairdresser that he directed.
Barney Thompson.
Yeah,
the Legend of Barney Thompson. Could watch that tonight if you like.
That'd be lovely.
Yeah.
Light a candle.
Bit of Netflix and chill.
Yeah. Oh dear. Sadly true. There you go.
Everyone's looking at me now. Like I'm back in school. I don't know why I said back in school.
Good film. Rodney Dangerfield, Back to School.
You're a Rodney Dangerfield fan?
Love Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah.
Love him.
Amazing.
I was speaking to Mick Ferry and he told me this Ace Les Dawson joke that I never heard, which is I'm not gay, I just help them out when they're busy.
Yeah, that's superb.
It's quite ahead of its time.
Yeah, that's very, very good.
Did you do the boxing?
Yes.
Were you boxing, comedian boxing?
I was boxing, yeah. Mick was in my corner.
Was he?
Yeah, Mick was my corner.
Who are you against?
Gavin Webster.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. That's what I thought when I got in as well.
How much training did you do for it?
Not enough. What I did was I got fitter, but I didn't actually do any boxing training.
Okay.
Which I'm regretting now, because it was such an amazing night, and it was such a bizarre feeling. The adrenaline, I've never felt adrenaline like that before, and it's been all the comics that have been involved, we've been chatting about it constantly ever since, and we've almost like become obsessed with boxing. Like, I started a boxing club last night.
Oh wow!
Like watching back the fight, getting frustrated with myself because I can see things that I was doing wrong, and it's weird. Like,
is it online?
The whole thing is going to be online.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, it was incredible. But I mean, Gav's one of my really good pals, and it was weird. I think I didn't know whether it would be better fighting someone that you were pals with or fighting someone you didn't really know. But I found it quite disturbing when we were in the ring. Like,
suddenly
just looking at each other and then trying to hit one another, because it's weird. Like, despite the fact that you like a person, if they hit you in the face,
Yeah.
aggression just immediately takes over, and you fucking go for it.
Do you feel the pain, or was it too much adrenaline at the time you felt after?
You don't really. It was a weird thing. I've never really been punched in the head before, so it was a weird thing. Like there was like Gav caught me about a minute into it, and he hit me right in between the eyes, and that it didn't knock me down, but that really shook you up, and you kind of went, right, this is serious now. What was nice about it was nobody took the piss. Nobody, because I thought there might have been bouts where people just went out and kind of mucked about and tried to, have a laugh with the crowd. But the crowd were there to see boxing, and everyone fucking went for it. But there was no malice. There was no.
Yeah.
Nobody was over celebrating. Everyone was taking care of one another. But when they were actually in the ring, we were hitting each other as hard as we could. And
did you feel it in your legs when you got it in the? To say the first place you feel it is your legs.
Yeah. It's surprising because I get knocked down. I get knocked down twice in the fight. I didn't get counted out, which I was delighted about. Like, it went the full 3 rounds. But yeah, you get knocked down and you don't really realise you've been knocked down until you're actually on the floor.
Yeah.
So because it's not that, so because we're wearing head guards as well, it's not that sore on your head. You've obviously taken a big knock that's your brain's just gone, oh shit. But yeah, you don't really know you're down until you're actually lying on the ground.
Yeah.
They make you appreciate like the Rocky films and stuff.
Yeah, I mean there was some fights like Kai Humphries, him and his brother Gav organised it.
Yeah.
So they fought as the last fight, and neither of them wore head guards. Like Kai didn't even want to wear gloves. It was fucking and it was 2 brothers, and they went for it, and it was like a Rocky fight. There was no defence whatsoever.
Yeah.
It was just them laying into one another like that for 3 rounds, and it was just that pure. Let's see who'll knock each other out first, and then they both lasted, and it was incredible. It was incredible to watch. It was like properly, because it was for a charity as well. It was properly emotional.
So are you going to get into like maybe boxing training and?
Yeah, I'm hoping to. Yeah, because I needed to find something that keep me fit. And
swim or something?
No, but it's like I did that last night. So I went with my wife's cousin, who's been before, but he's 17, so he's really fit. And the fitness levels you need are just incredible. Like, I mean, it was brutal. It was absolutely brutal last night, and I was like breathless for the majority of it, dripping in sweat. So I think I'm going to keep it up, and then if they do it, I mean, there's been word that they're going to do another boxing night next year. So if it does happen, then
who would you like to see against each other?
I'd like to see you 2 square off.
No, that would be horrible. Just go down straight. I just collapse at the start.
If you want to cut a promo here, just build yourself up.
I'm gonna beat you.
I think who would I like to see? I'd like to see Gary Little in a fight someday. Gary Little and Martin Moore.
Yeah,
that'd be a brutal death.
Or Gary Little and Eleanor Morton, like just something really.
Yeah, I just completely. Yeah. Eleanor gets to pick one weapon.
Street fight. Rocky 5. Yeah, when they go outside Tommy Gun. Sorry.
So who else was on the match?
Who else fought? Barry Castagnola, Patrick Monaghan, Phil Nichol, Carol Donnelly, Chris Martin, John Hastings, Bobby Mayer, Jerry Christmas.
And when was your fight sort of early on in the night? Or?
Ours was the second last fight, and the first was the 4th fight on.
So you couldn't enjoy the fights before that, really?
I saw the first one, and then I didn't see much of the second one, and then the third one we were waiting backstage to come on, so we saw most of it, and that was brutal. That was a really brutal fight.
But were all comedians after the fight just like supportive, yeah, and like, are you alright?
Oh, incredibly, and there's been an incredible bond between all of us, which has been bizarre because of this shared experience. It's been really, really interesting and fascinating to watch.
Did Kai just sort of email you out of the blue about doing it?
He spoke to me about it ages ago, that they were thinking of doing it and would I fancy it. And I just said, yeah, I'd love to do it. And at that point, nobody knew what it was going to be like, and nobody knew. We certainly didn't know how big it was going to become, because it ended up with 800 people buying tickets for this sports centre, and
800 people. That's
800
a lot,
folk,
that's a lot, man. That's
and
that's
there
great.
was a full film crew there doing the whole thing. The sound system was like being at a rock gig. Rod Gilbert hosted it. It was
wow.
just,
That's great.
It was huge.
Was your wife not worried, like a sort of Adrian style? Sort of
No, really, no. I think
Why are you doing this,
No,
Mark?
I think she just